Is this a press briefing or a Saturday Night Live skit? For the second straight day, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt did a second White House press briefing specifically for what they call new media. Now, in practice, this is the most sycophantic MAGA influencers that they could find.
This is a dangerous game. By selecting only the most compliant voices, the administration creates an echo chamber. This isn't democracy. It's a carefully curated performance designed to mislead the public into believing that these influencers represent the broader populace. They don't.
And it is bizarre in every way. Now, I want to mention something here in a moment, but before we do that, let me just play a little bit of a clip from this.
What happens when political theater collides with social media? Welcome to the absurdity of the White House's latest press briefing, where MAGA influencers are paraded like puppets. Instead of accountability, we witness a spectacle that blurs the lines between governance and entertainment. This isn't just a show, it's a manipulation of truth. Buckle up.
But there's some really weird stuff going on at this thing. Take a listen to this.
And will continue to be. So thanks for coming to the influencer briefing. I look forward to taking your questions. And Deborah, why don't you kick us off?
So congratulations on 100 incredible days. And over the first 100 days, the majority of policies that we've seen from the Trump administration have been either targeted at foreign affairs, such as bringing the American hostages home, or attempting to end the war between Ukraine and Russia, or on long-term goals such as cutting government spending with DOGE. What policies can we expect to see?
By the way, I just should mention the guy in the second row here with the blue suit. That's Anthony Pompliano. He's sort of like an acquaintance of mine. I've been on his show. He has really jumped on the Trump train fully, and I would love to appear with him again, but it's interesting that he's sitting there.
Rolled out over the next few months that Americans will directly feel the effects of in order to secure the 2026 midterms for the Republican Party and keep his approval rating historically high.
Yeah.
And of course, Trump's approval rating is historically low, not historically high. Every aspect of the basis for this question, completely fabricated, sycophantic suck-up-ism. But that's why they're there. That's why these people are there. Now, I want to show you something really weird. It's a little bit out of school for us to talk about people's physical appearance. It's not really salient and relevant to most of what we discuss. But I have to acknowledge that this is a very strange looking group of people that is part of this new media MAGA influencer briefing. And there's a guy here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this guy's 25 or 65. It sort of looks like someone with the Benjamin Button disease. I think it's called progeria. And this guy doesn't actually have that. I'm not making fun of people with the disease. The point I'm trying to make is these are such odd people that are putting themselves together in ways that they would ridicule when they are on the other side politically, with no self-awareness that they are making themselves look completely nuts. Anyway, so here is a question from that guy suggesting that Biden was responsible for rising suicide rates, if you can imagine.
Noticed in the first 100 days is that the White House is crawling with kids. You have a young, beautiful baby boy. There are babies everywhere. There's so many young folks on staff who have kids. But the last 4 years under Joe Biden, parents are really stressed and ravaged. They had to take on 2 or 3 extra jobs. Depression rates.
Yes, people had 3 extra jobs under Biden, despite the fact that zero economic indicators suggested that.
Were up, suicide rates were up. You're a very high profile young mother who seems to juggle and balance it all beautifully. What advice do you have to young parents out there who are starting their careers, having kids, building families, and trying to find that balance so desperately?
Yeah.
What a vomitous question. What a vomitous question.
This is a disgusting display. When questions are crafted to elicit praise rather than accountability, we are witnessing a systematic breakdown of journalistic integrity. It's a tactic to deflect criticism and maintain the illusion of competence, all while the real issues are swept under the rug.
This should make all of us have that disgusting taste when one of those weird burps happens. This is a disgusting question. Wow.
Well, it's a great question. And first, to the heart of your premise, it's true. The president has empowered not just me as a young mother in this role.
Anyway, her answer doesn't even make a difference. Who could tell the difference between an SNL skit and this? Caroline Leavitt said that Trump is finding it frustrating that it's more difficult than he thought to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Who could have known it was so tough?
Children are dying as a collateral result of the military conflict, and the president wants to see it end as quickly and soon as possible. And I can tell you, watching firsthand, he has exuded a tremendous amount of effort into this war. He's getting frustrated with the amount of effort this has taken, and he's made that clear to both sides. But he remains optimistic that we can.
He's doing everything right, but he just can't seem to end that war. And then another one of these MAGA influencers plays a game with Caroline Leavitt called Trolling or Truthing, where the idea is to get Caroline Leavitt to say, when Trump said X, it was for real, versus when Trump said X, it was just trolling.
I was wondering if you'd indulge me in a quick round of Trump trolling or Trump truthing.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, good.
Love it.
Rapid fire. Greenland joining America.
Definitely Trump truthing.
Canada becoming a 51st state.
Trump truthing all the way. And the Canadians would benefit greatly, let me tell you that.
Eliminating the IRS.
I think that is an optimistic goal, and the president, so I would say we're on the side of truthing there for sure. And the president, again, wants to see tax cuts, and he wants to see this massive revenue that we can gain from tariffs as
Yeah. Anybody who thinks Trump is really going to eliminate the IRS, I've got a bridge to sell you.
well, which will create the external revenue service. So that's a definitive goal for sure.
And most importantly, Trump 2028.
Trump trolling, although the hats are flying off the shelves.
Yeah. This is a very dumb timeline. SNL won't be able to do a parody of this because it looks like a parody.
This is the ultimate manipulation. The absurdity of the situation reveals a chilling truth. The elite are using comedy to distract from their failures. By blending politics with parody, they trivialize the serious issues at hand, creating a narrative that keeps the public entertained but uninformed.
But this is what they're now doing. I just don't even know what to say. But this is how far we have fallen.
As we peel back the layers of this charade, it's clear that elite manipulation is at play. The spectacle of sycophants and staged questions diverts attention from the real issues that affect us all. We must stay vigilant. Are we being entertained or manipulated? Share your thoughts below.